I don't know. Pika, you said that if I wore this stuff, I'd become what'd you say? An alt-right thirst trap for the church-going ladies. Also, the hate clicks from blue-haired progressive ladies. Huh? I'm not in that game. Pika, what are you trying to craft our channel into? No, we are a safe space, free of the culture war. I don't care. Seriously, I just want to read funny books, and so do you. Welcome to the Comics Coffee Table. It's Sunday. That means it's new release day, and we got slim pickings for new release day, but all the same, I went to my local comic shop on Wednesday, new release day. I actually popped in the day before for DC's new release day, and you know what? The DC that I was looking for weren't on the shelves until Wednesday, so I'm thinking maybe they sold out of a few that they put on the shelves early on Tuesday, and then put the rest of them on Wednesday, and I got my copy of Flash. That's all that matters. I got mine. And I bought a few things. Actually, only literally a few things. But welcome back to the Comics Coffee Table. Pull up a chair. Bring a cuppa. Whatever it is you're shoving under your nose. We're going to take a break. We're going to leave the real world's problems over there. We're going to pull up a chair here. The coffee table was always where me and my friends would congregate. There would be a stack of movies, a stack of music, a stack of books, and always like a stack of comic books off of my spinner rack, and going into a archive box will be my Matt Fraction Hawkeye collection, and just making room for other stuff. I don't read these. These are wonderful funny books. We'll get to them. We'll talk more about them just a little bit when it's time to talk about them. We've got a mission on this show. I'm rebagging, reboarding, and reboxing my entire collection. I'm also fine-tuning my spinner rack, which is out in my living room. And along that way, I am taking the opportunity to learn and educate myself more and more about my hobby. Our hobby, yeah. What do I mean, my hobby? I don't own this stuff. We all do. Stack of books. Stack of comic books. Books upon books upon books and books on books. This is the Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics, and this is the most current price guide from Overstreet. Presents from my parents for last Christmas. This season is dedicated to my parents. Hello. I love you guys. And yeah, I'm rebagging, reboxing, and reboarding my entire collection. It sorely needs it. It needs the love and attention. So while I'm going through the bagging and the boarding and the boxing, I am going to get a ballpark estimate of what my collection is worth. And also how to grade comics, too. Now I'm starting to get a bigger and finer eye upon on back issues. When I buy back issues, I do buy back issues. I love back issues. Part of straightening out my spinner rack is to make room for certain back issues of nostalgic days. So if I find a quality back issue at a reasonable price, at a grade that I find, I'm not looking to have a 9.2 collector's. That's cute and all, and that's great. I would love to have something of, but you know what? What's more important to me, I will take a 4 or a 5, just in a bag and a board, just to have the story, the funny book, and that cover itself that I may or may not have, held as a kid, or that I would like to replace the ones I had as a kid. That would be so cool, and I'm kind of doing that, and that's a good part of this of the hunt of I have a list of comics that I hope you have one too. I keep it on my phone, on a notes. Yeah, that's comics wants. Yeah, I need to find Flash 792. I mean, because that wasn't done. It sold out really quick. But listen, I also need to find the first volume of the Killock, issue 4. I need to find Satellite Sam number 14 and the Tijuana Bible. I was tuned into that from the comic book shop. I asked, like, hey, you got Satellite Sam 14? They're like, no, but did you know? I heard the Dark Crisis number 0 wasn't, and that, important. And I have Blue Lock for a manga selection. That came to me from Carrie at Nerdy Girl Creates, of whom you should subscribe to. She makes great content. Also, my friend Dr. Rachel Lindbergh, she's making content too. That's a good thing. She's in crafts and in cosplay production. It's like seriously awesome stuff. Yeah, Rachel's station, her channel, I'll put a link in the show notes. It's Outta Line Crafting, OUTTA line, LINE crafting. And she's going to show you how to be awesome when it comes to crafts and nerdy stuff and geeky stuff. She's a huge Tolkien fan and an awesome cosplayer who fabricates her own stitch perfect cosplays. She's a friend of mine, and I'm so happy to go to cons with her. And so go subscribe to Outta Line Crafting, and Dr. Rachel will show you how it's done. While I'm going to the local comic book shop, I'm picking up my supplies there. And because that helps keep my local comic book shops open. And it's they're very important to our culture. They really are. And once they're gone, they're gone. So we should, give them our patronage. I could be buying my supplies from my online supply chain. The one with the free shipping and the built-in TV network. And I could be getting my lights. I could be getting, it's not marked up. I could be getting, free delivery. But no, I'm going to my comic book shop. I'm buying my supplies there. It's important to me and to help keep them open. We rely on each other, as for patronage and for as like linchpins of our culture, of comic books, of floppies, of publications, or magazines. It's like there used to be the newsstand and the spinner rack. And so publication has changed in a way, or what's offered. Like I'm still fascinated with the newsstand racks of, say, my local pharmacy store and the supermarkets, and to see what is being offered for print publications, for magazines, periodicals. I mean, so comic books are one part of the periodicals, marketplace, the offerings, and they're very analog. And they're very 20th century. So here we are now in the 21st century, where we literally need 21st century solutions to 21st century problems. I'm all for that. I'm here for that too, for as long as I'm here. And while I'm at the shop, I'm getting bags and acid-free boards. And a lot of someone going through some of these comics, I made a judgment call along the way that, the bag is fine. What was most important was boards. So I'm just gonna, take these. This is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine down here. How are you? Han Solo. Star Wars. That was a 1977 movie. And re-releases after Empire Strikes Back, it becomes A New Hope. Geeky stuff. Yeah, some of these just need boards. And I hope you're having an awesome day, and I hope that you are clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them. Yeah, so I'm pretty backed up on the whole bagging and boarding, the rebag and reboard. Some of them need new bags, some of them don't. That's what I'm getting to. Can save a buck or two. These bags are fine. Some bags are they do ripped bags. Gotta go over, like, you can feel it. It's a tactile thing, and here we go. I love these. Some of them do have boards. They came that way. Well, here's the Second Shadow Annual, 1988. Ooh, this stuff's so good. This is where Kyle Baker came on. Yeah. So, let's put these ones down and pick up another one. What do we have for New Release Sunday, Sully? The brown paper bag. This is the comic book bag. Yeah, this is what you get at the comic book shop. And so we have city ordinances about wastes, and we're always asked at the counter, would you like to buy a bag? And I'm like, yes, please. I would like to buy a bag. And I recycle this too. What did we get this week? I played catch up, and I got a new release. So the new release this week is The Flash by Jeremy Adams, and art by Roger Cruz, and there's a few inks by Wellington Diaz and Roger Cruz himself, and colors by Luis Guerrero, and letters by Rob Lay, and Superman's in this. This is great. I mean, this is Iris West, Park West. Or is it West Park? Park West. Or is she just Irie West? I believe her name's Iris. She's named after her Wally's auntie, Iris West, Allen, wife of Barry Allen, who got killed. Comic book death. Don't worry, she'll be back. She'll be fine. There's a scene in a movie called Splash, where it had Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah in 1984, and she's a mermaid, and now she's living with her boyfriend in his New York City flat, his Manhattan flat, and she's watching TV trying to absorb our culture, and she's crying over the guy in the Western that gets shot in the duel, and he's like, "Don't cry, he'll be back next week. Yeah, it's happy. Be happy." That's exactly how I treat this stuff now. It's that scene from Flash. But I also got to play catch up and get the Flash 1 Minute War special. Now this is interesting. I kind of liked this issue. It's just about the different Flashes, and we got Jeremy Adams has brought me back into buying the Flash. He'll be coming off the Flash at issue 800 very soon in 6 issues. So he'll be wrapping up his Flash run, and he's moving on to Green Lantern. I'm in for that. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. You know that. And in brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware our power, Green Lantern's light. Do I need to get the ring? It's always right there. It's a pinky ring. It's Hal Jordan's signet ring. This was crafted by a crafty friend who does stuff. My friend Matthew Ford Sylvia did this 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago. Yeah. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. And this is like an actual replica of Hal Jordan's signet style ring, as opposed to, say, John Stewart's and Guy Gardner's rings, which had more of a it looked more like the logo. Hal had a signet ring, would protect its wearer from mortal injury. That's an interesting balance to have. And that was, I guess, Hal's ring was unique. And also, Hal's ring can make duplicate rings of itself. I'm not sure that every Green Lantern... How are you on Green Lantern lore? Let me know in the comment section. I should know that. I have to look that up. But I know that Hal Jordan's Green Lantern ring, Abin Sur's Green Lantern ring of Sector 2814 is a little special. Yeah. But back to the new issues. Yeah, so I got to get the Flash 1 Minute War special. I love that cover. Gosh, I love Bart and his cousin Ace, Wallace West. Ace is his nickname. So, and that stuck. I like that. That gives him his own agency and his own personality. You know, he was meant to be just, you know, the syzygy, the corporate syzygy with the show. And Rebirth, in 2016, 2015, the CW Flash show introduced their own Kid Flash. But they had, you know, with the Wests being now a family of color, you know, they had to been the race swap, you know, but that tried to follow through in the book. It got a little confusing, and was by Rebirth, the original Wally West was brought back, and so now you have two Wallies, a Wallace West and a Walter West, and that's the Wally West. They're both named after their grandfather, and but yeah, John West is Wallace's father, but now he's known as Ace, and he's Kid Flash though. That's Ace. And that's like, and it's stuck. That's just, oh, cool. You know, you get a little, you know, because you know, some people say that, like, you know, oh, there's, you know, too many Flashes. And I'm like, I don't know. That's like, I'm a Green Lantern fan. And, I mean, that went from 3,600 Green Lanterns to 7,200 Green Lanterns in the Jeff Johns era. Because you now, you know, there's so much trouble in the galaxy that, you know, the sectors have gone from one Green Lantern to two, authorized, because, you know, Earth has always had, you know, it's very many Green Lanterns, yet it's Earth-centric. Why? Because we are. It can't be just all complete alien tales all the time. We need to be in there. I mean, all the new ones, Jojo Mullen, Simon Baz, Jessica Cruz. I like Jessica Cruz a lot. Kyle Rayner, you know, I love the Green Lanterns. I love, you know, it was the Teen Lantern too. I mean, I'm not sure, you know, just give her a real ring and have her, like, you know, maybe partner with Aricia, who's grown up, and be like, okay, kid, I was a kid in the Lantern Corps, and now I'm going to teach you the ropes, kid. Come on, Poozer. That would be cool. You know what I mean? I don't know. Why not? And I'm a Green Lantern fan. But this is a really good title. I love Bart Allen, you know, Impulse from the 31st century, who now makes his home in the 21st, grandson of Barry Allen, superhero and Teen Titan in his own right. I love Impulse, former Kid Flash, former Flash who sacrificed himself and came back from comic book death, rebuilt from the Speed Force. Yeah, dude, comic book stuff. That's real comic book stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love having that of like oh yeah, Bart Allen is one of my favorite comic book characters. Seriously, love Bart. And I loved I read The Flash. I've read the entire Wally West Flash volume. This is why these Jeremy Adams issues are so pleasing, because he's not trying to reinvent the wheel. He is telling consistent, great Flash stories using the same stable of characters that, you know, were being done kind of. It's not to do what's already been done before. 30 years ago, say by Mark Waid, and then Jeff Johns came in with his new Rogues. There was just some really great Flash stories being told from Mike Barron in 1987 to William Messner Loeb's following that up for years, making it with soapy melodrama, to Mark Waid bringing it into some kind of superhero new renaissance. And then a little bit of interplay with Mark Millar and Grant Morrison, and then leading into Jeff Johns, coming to issue 200 of Wally's run. That was just, and Johns doing the Rebirth as well. I mean, with you know who. I love his comics. Welcome to Piper's Pit. Do you want a coconut? Oh man, if you know what a heel, you know what a baby face, and you know what the kayfabe is, maybe you wouldn't take this stuff as seriously. I love it. I love this Flash. But yeah, as I was saying, this Flash fits with my old comics, fits with all of that old Flash that I have. Like the Wally's run went to what, 263 or 4, something about, I think it's under 270 issues, and but that is the same. You know, it adopted the legacy numbering, so it's I just love that. I just, these stories and these characters, their voices, they fit with all that older stuff. And I'm so very pleased as being an older fan, as having this, I have an entertainment budget, and I can buy things that make me happy. I can buy stories that fulfill me as a fan, as a lifelong fan, and Jeremy Adams' Flash has been one of them. Mark Waid will be taking over after issue 800. I think that's great. He's returning to Flash. Some people are boo-hooing that. I don't give a shit about Mark Waid's politics or his fights with you-know-who and the other, our other friend, our boy Zach. So what? He's been writing great comic superhero, DC superheroes. Oh, God, there's nothing in the world like a good Mark Waid Flash story. He's the one that brought in Cobalt Blue and, Barry's twin brother who was raised by the Thawns and had, that stuff. I mean, Savitar. That was Wally's true Reverse Flash. I love the Savitar issues. Blood Will Run is an amazing series. Iris West is actually from the 31st century. And that's, I think, the conceit that they're going to use to get dead Iris in here. She's actually alive and well in the 31st century. Remember, in the Copper Age, Edward Thawne, Professor Zoom, murders Iris West on their wedding day. But she's waiting for Barry in the 31st century, where he goes to retire. I think that's where this is leading. I hope so. That would be a great way to, to spread out Flash characters. You can have the Flashes of the future, a Flash family, literally. You have Barry, you have Impulse, you have XS, Jenny Ognitz. She's part of the Legion of Superheroes. Those two kids are Barry's grandchildren, the Tornado Twins, Dawn, D-O-N, and Dawn, D-A-W-N, both who sacrificed their lives to save, the Earth. And so I don't know, Flashes seem to, do that, especially at crises. Thank you so very much. We're talking about comic books. We're talking about new releases. We're talking about one of my major loves, The Flash. Flash fact. I got a Flash ring back when DC was doing these Kotchki kind of rings. So yeah, there's another Green Lantern ring. I got the whole emotional spectrum. I thought that was cool once. I also have a Legion flight ring. Long live the Legion. Seriously. But I got a Flash ring. This is where Barry would keep his outfit. He kept and it would expand on contact with the air, and he just moves it so fast that he changes into his outfit really quickly. But yeah, he keeps it in his ring. And then in the New 52, like Francis Manapul had him like keeping these armor plates that it would expand, in the ring. And then, Wally, it's like he fabricates his outfit from Speed Force energy. And it's great. And Mark Waid invented the Speed Force. Dude, he's coming back to Flash. Let's celebrate that. He's also going to be writing Shazam and World's Finest. Mark Waid is back. I mean, he gets my vote. He should be the editor-in-chief, man. I think he's earned the gig, and he can keep writing stories, too, and be editor-in-chief. I think he could do it. I think he's deserved it. You know what I mean? I am a big Mark Waid fan. I'm a big fan of lots of different comics creators. Controversial ones, not so controversial ones. I'd like to buy everyone's comic books. I really do. Comics make me happy. They really do. And you know what? We've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So you hit that like button. Hit that dislike button if you didn't like it. I'm a big lad. I can handle it. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. Hit those notifications. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here. We talk about comic books every day. We also talk about cooking, spirituality, and purpose. And I also take pictures of bunnies eating their breakfast in the morning. When I walk to work, when I walk to the subway station, like, hey, look, there's a bunny. Ain't that cute? I think that's cute, and I share that. And thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Flash fact. Ha ha ha. Bye.